All right, family, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika, and with some political news, child, I told you we was getting back in the swing of things. So we're going to talk about some political things on this channel, and I will hashtag each and every one of those videos, hashtag Politricks, because I think that this is one big old tricky game that they're playing, and I'm interested in seeing how the outcome is going to be. Now, we are going to start with what's the latest. Y'all know they've been trying to start impeachment processes on Donald Trump for the longest of time. And in light of this new situation, I don't know what Pelosi is going to say, but I'm suspecting that she's probably going to throw her support toward possibly starting the process. I will check because it's supposed to happen today. It may have already happened, and I haven't had an opportunity to go and check everything out. But, child, I will be back with it. But let's get you up to date right here. NBC News did a video, they did an article, if you will, today, where they say that Trump says that he will release the transcript of a call with the Ukraine president. Okay, now the reason why he been under fire for this midsummer call after a whistleblower complaint alleged that the president may have made inappropriate comments on that call. Okay, let's get to it. And I will try to remember to link this here down in my pinned comments so that you guys can go and read it for yourself. But it says that President Donald Trump said Tuesday that he had authorized the release of the complete, fully declassified and unredacted transcript of a July phone call he and Ukrainian President Zelensky had that is the center of questions stemming from reports that Trump pressured him to investigate the family of former Vice President Joe Biden. Trump has been under fire for the midsummer call after a whistleblower complaint alleged that the president may have made inappropriate comments on the call. Some reports have alleged that Trump may have tied aid to Ukraine to the country's willingness to investigate business dealings of Biden's son. You will see it was very friendly and totally appropriate call. No pressure, and unlike Joe Biden and his son, no quid pro quo. This is nothing more than a continuation of the greatest and most destructive witch hunt of all time. That is what your president, Donald Trump, tweeted out. I think it was September the 24th. That would be this morning that he did that. The release of the transcript by the White House isn't likely to appease Democrats who have demanded that the administration provide the whistleblower complaint to Congress, who in increasing numbers are coming out in support of some form of impeachment action against Trump. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is expected to announce a formal impeachment inquiry later on Tuesday. She may have done that already. I'm going to go and check, okay? House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff tweeted Tuesday that he'd heard from the Whistleblowers Council that the whistleblower wanted to speak to the committee. The lawyer also reached out to the Senate Intelligence Committee Vice Chairman Mark Warner said on Tuesday. Earlier Tuesday, Trump was confirmed reports that his administration froze almost $400 million in aid to Ukraine, but he gave a new reason for doing this. He said he wanted European countries to contribute money too and did not want the United States to do so alone. The freeze came before the July phone call in question. As far as withholding funds, those funds were paid, Trump said. They were fully paid, but my complaint has always been I'd withhold again, and I'll continue to withhold until such time as Europe and other nations contribute to Ukraine because they're not doing it. Very important, I want to add. Very important, I want other countries to put up the money, he added. I think it's unfair that we put up the money. Then other people call me and they say, oh, let it go. And I let it go. But we paid the money. The money was paid. He said he wants Germany, France, and other nations to contribute more funds. And that's been my complaint from the beginning, Trump said. Trump's Tuesday explanation was a sharp turn from remarks he made on Monday, tying the freezing of funds to Ukraine's effort to combat corruption. We want to make sure that that country is honest, Trump told reporters on Monday. It is very important to talk about corruption, but if you do not if you don't talk about corruption, why would you give money to a country that you think is corrupt? Trump's latest remarks come amid revelations surrounding the president's apparent push to have the Ukrainian government investigate Biden's son Hunter, who has business dealings in the country. The late July discussion between Trump and Zelensky has been scrutinized following a whistleblower's complaint by a member of the U.S. intelligence community that the media reports said was tied to the call between the two leaders. The administration is refusing to turn that complaint over to Congress. On Monday, the Washington Post and other media outlets reported that Trump instructed his acting chief of staff to place a hold on about $400 million in military aid for the Ukraine in the last days before late July phone call with Zelensky. The White House labeled the reporting as untrue. But in the weeks before the existence of the whistleblower's complaint became public knowledge, the Trump administration froze the military aid to the Ukraine for unclear reasons. Then, just before Democrats revealed the existence of the whistleblower's complaint, the administration released the hold on the aid. The administration put a hold on the money during the week of July the 18th, 1 week prior to Trump's call to Zelensky. Two administration officials told NBC News that Tuesday. The administration official who directed the State Department to withhold the Ukrainian aid was acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney, according to the senior Democratic aide briefed last week by the State Department. The episode has led to increased impeachment push amongst House Democrats. By Tuesday afternoon, more than 170 House Democrats, over three-quarters of the 235-member caucus, said that they now back some type of impeachment action in light of the Ukraine scandal. More than a dozen lawmakers have announced such support since the reports emerged about the president's conversation with Zelensky. The House was also expected to vote on the resolution on Wednesday condemning Trump over the Ukrainian allegations, two leadership sources told the NBC News outlet. Acting Director of National Intelligence Joseph Maguire failed to provide the whistleblower's complaint to Congress. Maguire is scheduled to testify before the House Intelligence Committee this Thursday. Maguire and the National Intelligence Inspector General Michael Atkinson are also set to appear before the Senate Intelligence Committee behind closed doors Thursday afternoon. Speaking to reporters ahead of his speech to the UN on Tuesday, Trump called the ratcheting up of impeachment talk ridiculous and a witch hunt before insisting his call to Zelensky was perfect. Trump has admitted to talking about Biden, his political rival, with Zelensky, but denied putting any pressure on the Ukrainian leader. The controversy stems from the former vice president's 2016 call, widely backed by the international community, for Ukraine to crack down on corruption. That included a push to remove a Ukrainian prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, who was seen as ineffective and later removed by the country's parliament. One of the cases that Shokin was investigated involved Burisma Holdings, a natural gas company, who at the time was a company Joe Biden's son was included in on. Earlier this year, Bloomberg News, citing documents and an interview with a former Ukrainian official, reported that Burisma investigation had been dormant for more than a year by the time Biden called for the crackdown on corruption. The then Ukrainian prosecutor general told the news agency he found no evidence of wrongdoing by Biden and his son. And Politricks reported that there was no evidence to support that Joe Biden advocated with his son's interests in mind. So we're going to see, y'all. I'm telling you, every day this gets a little bit more sticky and a little bit more sticky. It do sound like he originally did withhold funds pending that phone call. I do believe that regardless of what they release out here to the public, that call will be edited. It is not going to release anything that's going to be incriminating to this former president because he already feels the pressure. He's calling it a witch hunt. No, I call it a hunt for truth and justice. You are doing behind the scenes things, and you need to be held accountable for them. This is a democracy still. No matter how much you may push for a dictatorship, this is a democracy. And if you, the American people, don't open your eyes and start reading these articles, watching television, and watching how these political people are moving, you will be caught unaware. So we're going to find out what Nancy Pelosi had to say today. But I've always felt like impeachment process should have had gone forth. I've always felt like he was the inappropriate person to lead this great country. And my resolve remains the same today. But now it's time to dig into the reasonings why. And this just may be one of many reasons, many videos to come as to why I do not feel that this man is equipped or qualified to run this country. I will link this article down below. You guys let me know what you think about all of this. I'm really interested. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. And we will come back and convene again tomorrow when I will talk about what Nancy Pelosi has to say today. And we're going to talk about that then. Okay? I will link the article. Go read it for yourself. Come back and let me know what you think about it, and we're going to take it from there. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Follow this podcast if you're watching or listening to this via Spreaker. If you have not subscribed to my channel here on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel at once. Also, subscribe to my backup page, LadyNyca Live, and become a love thing. Today is free, child. Also, tap your notification bells if you are subscribing to me from YouTube so that each and every time I drop a pre-recorded video or happen to go live from this channel, you will be notified and you can come over and join in the conversation. Thank you all again for your continued support, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.